Hello and welcome to Tales Across Time and Space. I'm Thomas, your Game Master, and I'm joined by Zeistund.
The Zeistund is playing the Zeistund. The Zeistund is
Discarded.
Thank you, discarded.
I need to get.
I got distracted by listening to myself.
Yes, we're making sure that that does not happen again. We have learned our lessons and we are paranoid. I'm also joined by Jane ESP. Jane? Did we lose Jane?
Did we lose Jane?
We're so worried about catching our voices, we didn't try to catch Jane.
Okay, guys, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jane. I forgot to get.
I had to skip over.
Okay.
Yeah. Jane ESP is here, just maybe not be on the mic at the moment. So I'm also joined by Radical Dishonesty.
Hi, I'm Radical Dishonesty. I'm playing Sohoy, all the Lost Boys.
Also the
Who's
Chosen. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it Lost already a playbook somewhere?
It is, and I'm not playing that. So, well, there you go.
I'm also joined. Lastly, I'm joined by Crystal and Kitsune.
Hi, I'm Crystalline Kitsune, and I am playing Lara, the Mystic, and the most screwed up night ever.
All right.
Let's do
And the aforementioned Jane ESP has rejoined us. Huzzah!
Yay!
Alright, that was weird. My computer decided, no, I'm going to stop streaming stuff. I had to reboot it. Very good.
Okay.
I think. I'm Jane ESP, the Lost, playing as Jana. Words. I am playing as Jana, the Linksmith.
Yes. Today we're playing Interstitial Logos. But first, some updates. In case you missed it, we had some technical gaffes on the last few episodes where any of our remote player dialogue was not actually sent up to the stream. We have gotten all those bugs ironed out now, but because of that, we just kind of took those videos down. And yesterday, we actually did myself and Kasalam got on a webcam stream and just kind of did a quick recap of the bigger plot points, at least as far as we could remember. So, Jane joined us for a bit. There, so.
And just to tack it at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Yes, Dustin found the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, but since we just did that, I don't really think I'm going to give you guys a recap of what happened last session, because we just did that yesterday.
We can go recap of what happened 2 sessions ago.
I mean, those are viewed to the viewers. That technically, I think we were still keeping missing one of our team members, so we should probably do a quick review.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is you guys.
If they missed it, we should do a quick review.
Yeah, because I guess for Rad's sake,
It's always the case that people might have missed it.
Yeah. Well, first off, for future viewers or past viewers, we do have the, it is still on the thing, but the big point is last time a giant, watery-looking dark side Heartless emerged from the water. People in the market didn't know what was going on, or didn't notice anything going on, I should say. You guys fought it. And then Zeistund saw a string, like a tether for it, going down into the depths beneath the water, where it had no reflection, and also decided to commandeer a submarine and ended up in a dark side of the city, with a giant glowing ball in the sky that was not the sun, but it was bound up in chains of light, dark, and nothingness. And that's, I think, about where we're going to end up opening today, I believe. In today's episode, What Lies Beneath. So, Zeistund. You find yourself in this flip side of the city. It looks much like the normal part of the city, tall buildings, deep canals, except for it's dark, like it in the depths of night, whereas the other one looked kind of like midday. You see so many pairs of glowing yellow eyes, looking at you from dark corners and alleys. There is no sign of other people here, and of course the giant orb in the sky, where you see the tether that was tied to the dark side rising up into the sky. What do you do?
Well, here's the question. Do the chains of light and dark react to my magnetism?
They don't seem to do.
Does your magnetism work on metal things? Sorry.
Well, I'm going to say this. First off, this is high up in the sky, so you try to exert influence, and you're not sure if it's not working due to distance or due to the fact that these are more ethereal constructs rather than chains made of actual ferrous metal.
Okay. Alright. So there's a dark side, you said?
No, you left the dark side. You are following the cord.
Oh yes. Then I will continue to follow the cord, I guess.
Well, you're in a submarine, and the cord goes up to the sky, so...
Okay, well, I will get out of the submarine and jump to the cord. See how far that goes.
All right. When you like try to grab the cord, your hand kind of goes right through it, like it's just made out of water. Yeah, this is definitely one of those moments where I had to think, like, wait, what is it going to actually act like? And I'm like, okay, let's go with this.
Zyson is highly confused.
You see as you kind of look at this cord, you start noticing small amounts of shadows starting to pop out of the alley, kind of closing in on your position. Their feelers kind of looking around, kind of sniffing for something.
All right. Well then, I will try to. What are they sniffing for? That's the quick. I'm gonna do a whatchamacallit.
Deep dive? Yeah, because you're asking questions. So go ahead and roll plus heart.
Need to think what my heart was. 0. Okay.
A little audible to you guys?
I guess you've never cut out for us.
Okay.
But,
all right. Yep. Sorry about that on the stream. We were having some connection issues with YouTube there, but we should be back in action there. So, just a quick recap. We had Zyson just rolled to.
YouTube make sure everything's good.
We don't check it because I know you're connected to the router, and that might lag us more. So I think we should be good. I am transmitting. It tells me when it stops transmitting. So.
Okay.
Anyways.
Hold on. Wait. I'm looking at the live stream and I'm not hearing anything on it.
Terror repression.
Oh. Just making sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
I had to refresh it to get it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, it's important that we worry about this since we've had to.
Oh, we did it 2 weeks in a row. We had this issue. So I wanted to make sure we're.
I won't worry about it more.
Okay. Well.
But I will let Dustin working handle it.
So, all right. But anyways, yeah. So you just rolled a deep dive and you brought a total of 6 or 5 with a 1 and a 4. Do you want to spend a link to re-roll?
I already did, and I got 3.
Okay. Yeah, you just type ! 1d6 in the future.
Yeah.
The roll is specifically just for the main rolls, but Okay, so a 3 will bring that up to a hit, so you get to ask one of the questions on deep dive.
Yeah, can we just open those? All right. Let's see. I guess what here? I mean, I already know what here is not as it seems. What's the best way out of the situation?
Get back in that sub and go back to the other side.
All right. I guess I will go do that.
Yep. So the heartless pressing engine probably are making you a little nervous. So you resumed. You start traveling to back to the flop side, and Sohoy, how are you? What does it look like right now with you? How does it look like in the fight between you and this monstrosity?
I mean, I'm going at it. There's the attack. I blocked its big attack last there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that effort to head on forward. I'm closing the distance because it's the only way I'll be able to hit it.
All right. So you're just kind of springing forth from the boat you had found yourself stabilized on.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
getting up close.
All right. I wasn't sure if you were doing that or trying to like push the boat you were on to kind of just surf it towards it. So like, anything work. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, I'm probably jumping there. I don't think I have any powers I can justify being like, the motorboat powers.
Hey,
Just
you may have killed a motorboat at some point and absorbed its strength.
Maybe. Absorb a jet ski's powers.
Well, I mean, there's the machine guns that Kamari can absorb.
Right.
Anyway,
And it
I
is
use the
like you
bar
can
for
absorb
the
things
reroll.
like drill shots and stuff. I've seen that.
Yep. Yeah. So you're leaping towards it.
Man with the power of a jet ski.
But yeah, so you're kind of so you're leaping towards it, keyblade drawn, ready to make a giant swipe
Yes.
at it. All right.
It's true.
Roll to strike with intent.
I can do that. Yeah. My light strike is 10. That's pretty good.
All right,
I should
take
open
2.
up the sheet so that I can look at the things. Interstitial portrait. What? What's this? Oh, okay, sure. I'm usually so good about it, and here I am being bad.
Well, to be fair, you got here like a few minutes before we started. So
Yeah. Anyway, we got strike with intent. So 10 plus. I actually get to choose too.
yep.
I'm actually going to defend myself from harm,
Mm-hmm.
and you said that he like all the water was being shoved away from him, right?
Sure. Let's say that's going on.
I'm just gonna deal great harm. My character is
All right.
going crazy with this.
All right.
I was trying to think of how I could take control of the situation, but I don't have a great idea. So
That's
instead,
fine.
That do it.
So,
Yes.
how do you deal great harm to this thing?
I mean, I'm coming right at it, and there was the water, so I probably
Full body swing at it.
yeah, I'm probably headed straight at it. It's probably not even a full body swing. It's probably more than that. In that, like, I am soaring at it with the aerial sky strike coming straight down on it.
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure
Only,
if you were.
you know, instead of usual where I do it in a bad place, it's in the exact right place so that like it goes, so that his swipes can't hit me.
Mhm. Yeah, because another thing I could picture is like you just kind of shoot up past him, kind of doing like that single stroke battle kind of thing, but just more of an aerial version. But that works too. So yeah, so you swing down with mighty.
I could. Yeah.
What were you gonna say? You could do
run
it.
at him.
What did you say?
I'm trying to. What do you mean by the one-shot battle thing?
Like you know, like how like in a lot of like samurai movie, you have this like dashing, you slash through, and you kind of pause for a moment on the other side before they actually fall apart. Like,
sure.
That's that style of a slice, but no, like I'm just throwing out here is that whatever you want to do.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm definitely coming down on him.
Okay,
Definitely way more bouncy at this point.
all right, yeah, you sling down
in his skill. What's it called? In his skill rate, his skill ability.
Yeah. So yeah, you just kind of do some really like physically impossible like aerial acrobatics, kind of weaving around his fist as it swings past you, and you just kind of strike down, cleaving it in twain, and you conveniently land on top of a submarine that seems to have just decided to emerge from the surface as this thing just melts away around you. Zeiston, you hear a thud on the top of the submarine as you reach the surface.
Ah.
Dunk.
Don't use my ship as a springboard.
Oh, dare you.
Then we'll head up. By the way, I think there's something down here you should see.
It takes me a moment before my character's like, oh, hi.
Hi, there's some there's something freaky going down under the water.
People are starting to kind of reposition themselves back into the position with the market. You know, some of them are putting across their little bridges again. Both Janox and Laura can hear some of this, the conversation, just sounding like, tides. So it's like...
I'm like gonna look.
The tides of light and darkness. No.
Did I notice Dustin dive into the water? Because I was more far back and wasn't involved in the fight. Because I was like, yeah, Dustin's up. This is not.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't quite hear you there. My brain was somewhere else.
Sorry. Yeah, it's all right. All right. I was asking, did I notice that Dustin had jumped in the water? Because I was not super involved in the combat anyway. Because I realized, wait a second, something's off.
Okay, you can say if you noticed him leaving or not, because I don't think Zeisen was really being stealthy.
No.
Yeah, I noticed him dive in the water specifically.
Yeah, if
If
want
you'd
to.
like to.
All right. Well, I noticed that, and then after like probably 5-10 seconds, I know he's a good swimmer, but I probably then noticed like his shadow fades in the water and he doesn't come back up.
He to be fair, he was in a submarine. He took a submarine to do this.
Oh, okay.
He did
Stop
it.
stealing stuff, Dustin.
Pirate.
Oh, sure, pirate. I that makes sense. Now I don't know what I want to do. Then I can't chase after him. I don't have a sub.
He's back.
I want to hide someone else's sub.
Well, he just resurfaced in the middle and happened to catch one Sohoi.
That's his back. Okay, I missed that. Apparently, I missed something this time. As Dustin comes out of the lake, then,
Yes.
what was that about? Did you find wherever that thing was coming from?
Maybe. You kind of need to see this. I don't know how to explain it other than Davy Jones's locker.
Who?
As long as we don't have to make some pact within the exchange our lives. Sure. Now I walk up. I'm popping this up next to him.
So what's Laura doing in this situation?
Let's see. I'm not 100% sure.
Because, like, the thing is gone. Sohoy landed on a submarine, which apparently Zyson got a hold of. You're almost certain through illicit means.
Yes.
Because he did not have a submarine when you arrived here.
Yes.
Oh, whoa! Are you gonna judge him? Hey, maybe he had a secret submarine that he didn't know about.
I'm assuming he stole it.
And it looks like he's beckoning both Sohoy and now Janox to check something out.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
Well, what I'm saying, what do you want to do after witnessing this?
Yell at Zeiston?
Then yell at him.
I'm going to yell at him. I think I'm yelling at him about basically, well, because I'm accusing him basically of stealing the submarine.
So, how does Ison react to being accused of stealing his newly found submarine?
Yeah, it's something I kind of do. Pirate.
Zyson, you spy.
We need to get you, man. We need to get you a good hat. It's probably a great place to go get.
Zyson, you spy alongside the shore. It looks like a man in a kind of like a naval uniform and a bowl cut is looking around. You see him looking around. You overhear like this, and I'm like, "Hey, have you seen my submarine?"
Nope.
That was not what I was intending. I cannot do certain accents well.
What were you intending?
I am not discussing this now on air.
I know. I mean, I felt like I know what he was intending. I thought it was not a bad one.
What character were you intending?
Obviously, it was Wacko Warner. That is. I'm sorry. That is. That was me digging too deep. I'm sorry.
I was like, not my intention, actually.
No. Wacko Warner's voice was created by making a Beatles impression.
But yes, so basically, Tyson, you are aware that someone's looking for a sub, and you're probably sitting in it right now. What do you do?
I quickly just wrap my chains around everyone quickly and then go down.
I already hopped in, like, no problem. I'm probably used to this sort of thing. So, okay, whatever.
So, all three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull Laura and Sohoy in.
Sohoy more or less allows itself to get dragged.
Laura, how do you feel about this?
I'm gonna follow them.
Okay, you don't resist the chain pull.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So I assume after you pull them in, you start diving the sub beneath the waves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the sub dies for a second, and then there's this moment where you feel kind of like a lurch as like gravity and up seems to reorient itself, and suddenly instead of going down, you're going up.
Fun.
And
the up is down.
Down.
And you kind of surf. You feel the submarine surface.
Mm-hmm.
And someone I imagine someone opens up the hatch.
Yeah.
It's true.
And you see the aforementioned dark city lit by bright neon, and there is a glowing orange ball in the sky that is tied by chains of light, chains of darkness, and chains of nothing. And There is one new feature though in this.
White chains, black chains, and also white and black chains.
They're thornier though.
Okay.
The other big thing you notice though, this is a new feature, Zeiston. You see a dark side looming over your submarine.
Here we go again.
This one, however, is not watery looking. So what do you guys do?
Going forward and going back.
Sohoy immediately, like, aggressively is like, Keyblade leaps, gets out of the thing.
Fire the Sohoy torpedo.
That's right.
All right. So I believe you are. If this is the second verse, the same as the first, I think you're striking with intent here.
It's true. I'm doing exactly that.
All right.
Hold on. Back to the dice. Number 9. I only get 1, which is going to be just deal great damage.
All right. You go for the same cleaving maneuver you went for before.
Yeah, I basically try and do the same thing as like, oh yeah, the big one. The problem is actually, if I think about that self, I should probably just defend myself from harm because I'm not jumping at it from a distance anymore.
If you want to do that, great.
Yeah, I'll defend myself from harm. So I try and jump up, and I only get like a dinky hit, but I don't get hit.
Yeah, it tries basically, unlike before. This time, it tries to grab your keyblade, so you have to divert your force to try and only.
Well,
get
I'm also
glancing
not
blow.
like running from a distance, you know, where I'm above it, so I don't have any real leverage. I just sort of like cut. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So as you skid, you skid down to the side there, and it's. But as you kind of slide down, as you kind of slide to the side, you see, Zeiston, you see it's about to go with a backhand right at the sub. What do you do?
I'm going to use my chains to grab its arm before it comes back.
All right, I think you're trying to cast a spell here. Roll plus mastery.
Oh, right. My weakest thing. Alright. A 4. I'm gonna use a thingy to re-roll. One.
All right. What link are you gonna spend?
Let's see here.
You have one.
I'm going to use my Archimedes one.
All right.
And I spent Jafar already.
Yep, I saw that. All right, so go ahead and re-roll that 1 there.
Oh, good. It turned to a 2.
Well, you got a better roll. So yeah. Well, you perfectly grab its hand and wrap it with your chains. Unfortunately, those chains are still wrapped around you, and it just pulls you out of the sub up into the air and grabs you. And starts and kind of just glares at you with its yellow eyes. Janox, the sub's captain has been pulled out like a sardine. What do you do?
Is he also still grappled the Sohoy at the moment, or?
Sohoy kind of struck him and kind of landed back on the sub. You're in a massive pool of water with no platforms in the middle of it, save the submarine to stand on.
All right. Well, I'm going to, in trying to get us prepared, I will see if I can free Dustin by hauling in my shiny sunny yo-yos to slice this thing's hand off.
All right. Also, Zeiston, remember to mark experience.
Oh, yes. Which I think I advanced.
Ooh, nice. But yeah, so you say you're swinging, you're trying to cut off its arm with your yo-yos? Correct, Jane?
Yes.
Alright, it sounds like you're trying to strike with intent there. Roll plus dark.
Yeah, I am. That is a dark. I'm pretty sure. Let me know if that's my dark is 0, so it's just roll.
Yeah.
Wait, did oh gosh, what did it not? Why did it work?
I don't know. Doesn't like you? Here, let me try.
Or yeah, what the hey? That's weird.
Alright, let me try, Yeah, it's like the bot just suddenly just shut down.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
And this is why I use real dice.
Well, let's go a moment and give Kitsune a chance to figure out what.
No, I want to resolve this. Like, if you want, we could proxy roll for you, and we could have, oh, there it goes.
Okay, that was weird. Well, okay.
Yeah, there was just a lag. Yeah, we'll consider the first roll there because we have like 6 rolls going on here. So yeah, it was just a lag spike. Yeah, so you got an 11. So you get to pick 2 options from the list.
Just give me a reminder because it's been a bit, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to take. First of all, defend myself so I don't, get grabbed in retaliation.
Yeah.
And then also, take control of the situation, I think, would be the most accurate.
I believe so, actually. Check.
I mean, the goal is to get this thing to let go of it up.
Yeah, no, I think take control of the situation is going to be it, because unless there is a take something from them option.
That's the other one.
Yeah.
That's striking to subdue, not to.
Yeah, I guess. Well, part of it is like my brain has multiple variations of that basic attack move. So, like my brain, I'm probably thinking of the masks version.
Well, like I said, the one that doesn't do damage automatically, strike to subdue, is the one that allows you to take stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, in this case, I think it's defend myself from harm and take control of the situation. I think.
Yep, I'll say that. So yeah, you do. Basically, you kind of you cut off the arm temporarily. I'm going to say here, but it takes him time to regrow. He start focusing on it, and shadow starts conjuring forth.
I assume we're getting him back into the zone. Like, I'm all for returning to the light world, Sam.
Oh, I forgot to say, Zyson, you took 1 harm from the crushing.
Okay.
Laura, you just saw this dark side get disarmed, and Janox is now asking, saying, should we return back to the light side? What do you do?
Let me think. Now it's just disarmed like 1 arm, right?
1 arm is going off, but it's starting to regrowing, but it's kind of distracted for the time being.
I think I'm going to strike with intent, because the thing is, its arm is growing back.
All right. So how do you strike with intent?
I've got my bow and arrow. I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay, you draw your bow and launch an arrow at it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roll plus dark.
Let's see, what's my dark again?
It should be in your, like your character thing.
Huh?
Your character. You marked your character stuff in the book, so it should be
0 still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you picked up moves from the familiar last time, so.
I didn't look on the familiar. I looked on
You picked up moves from the familiar, I thought.
Okay.
You picked up the talk with animals and the
I picked up the talk with animals, which... Do Heartless talk as animals?
What?
Do Heartless count as animals?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I think it depends on the situation.
9.
Alright, you get to pick one from the list.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go with deal great harm.
Okay, actually, I will give you a +1 forward on this because you're capitalizing on Janox's control of the situation. So let's bump that up to 10, so you get to pick 2.
And take control of the situation.
All right. So, how do you take control of the situation? Because you have fired an arrow at it, and it's
basically I'm now. I'm fighting it, basically. That's how I take control of it.
What I'm going to say is you interrupt its regeneration. So
yes, that's a good idea.
So yeah. However, unfortunately for you, since you did not pick defend yourself from harm, it was a tricky shot to line up because you had to hit right at the stump to shut off that regeneration there. Thankfully, your arrows, I assume, has been given a blessing or two.
Yeah.
From your time in Camelot, but so it's capable of doing such things. But you have been backhanded, and you fly through the air and land on one of the walks around there. Skittish up. You take 1 harm, and there are Heartless small shadows starting to pour from the alley and covering on your position. Sohoy!
Do I gain some experience then?
Nope, that's not a fail. You just didn't pick defend yourself from harm. All right. There is a 1-armed dark side looming over you, but now there you see to the side Laura is I don't have it on top. I think it should be
right. What's up with the dark side?
The dark side has only one hand at this point, but you see to the side you see Laura, who kind of looks slumped against the some of the buildings there, and small shadow Heartlesses are starting to pour from the alleys and converge, and look like they're going to try to converge on her.
Alright, well, Sohoy is still staring. Probably didn't even notice that. He's still staring down the super dark side. With manic gleam in his eyes, he rushes him again. Okay. I got it.
Oops! You forgot the.
I forgot the +2, but I also got 6 and 4 with 10, so I got a 12 again. Which is again defend myself from harm and deal great harm.
Alright, how do you strike down this Heartless?
Well, I just finished hitting down there, so I'm sort of standing aside it. I'm going to basically I'm gonna probably get directly in, and the Keyblade is gonna go directly in its like heart hole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tear it straight up.
Cool.
And if I really have the thing there, I actually want to try and I don't know. Not yet. I'm probably just in the air looking down at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're kind of looking up in the air. But the Heartless seem to be Laura.
The Heartless seem to be Laura?
Yes, they're you. You were the Heartless all along. And then Laura was a Heartless.
I'm a Heartless now?
No, you're not. That was a joke. That was a joke. Because you called me out on my sudden sentence change mid-sentence.
Yes.
But yeah,
Can't do that on the middle of the game, sweetie.
Yeah, so the Heartless are upon you. What do you do?
I'm going to...
They're not quite Demon Tower levels yet, but there is a lot of them.
I think, well, with Cast Magic, I could probably shoot several of them at one time.
Yeah, no, I think Cast Magic could do that.
So probably, like, some big fire magic.
Alright.
Or something.
Alright, roll plus mastery.
Okay. mastery is...
It should probably be your bust stat.
I was trying to find it on there. Ugh! 5.
If you want, you can spend one of your links to re-roll that
what
one.
What links do I have?
You have a spent hurt link with Zeistend. You have a light link with Janox, a locked mastery link with Sohoy and Archimedes, a light link with Stitch, and a light mastery link with Jafar. An unspent mastery link with Jafar.
I'll use my mastery link with Jafar.
Okay. Just re-roll the 1 die.
Oh.
So you keep the 4 and you re-roll the 1.
Okay. That would be a 10.
Yep, cool. Alright, so you just kind of channel the... You basically... Okay. So you're gonna get... Okay, first off, you get to pick 3 from the cast a spell list.
Okay, so, one is gonna be hits more than one entity.
Yep.
Bypasses defenses.
Okay.
And has no unintended consequences.
Okay, so I'm just gonna point out here, this is not gonna actually harm them.
Okay, instead of bypass defenses, do cause 1 harm.
Yeah, because with these things, they're not... So yeah. So, how does feeling like you know so much more than Jafar, a little power trip from Jafar, channel into this burst of flame?
I don't know.
Like, what does it look like when you are just being like God complex for a brief moment, kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't have a God complex.
Well, like
personally.
For a moment, like just like you are running high on your power tripping right now. That's what I'm saying. That's what gives you the boost because you spent the mastery link with Jafar. So it's like, how does that play out?
Cockiness, basically.
Do you want to do you shout? Do you laugh maniacally? Like,
no.
I'm just trying to get. I just want to try to get some little.
I don't know.
All right.
Flavor. They're trying to.
How does the blast of fire look?
It looks like a snake.
Okay.
That's part of how I'm going to.
Yeah. Like
it's a giant snake, like almost coming to eat them.
Yeah, you just kind of go like
the one from Harry Potter. Like in Harry Potter, there's the dragon. Yeah. Dragon flame.
Okay, and my brain is made out of Legos, but okay, we'll go with that.
But yes, from the 7th one.
We did just...
It's not made out of Legos. The movie, it wasn't made out of Legos. If you watch the movie, you'd understand that.
Fire.
Anyway, so this... Yeah, and you see that, and... this is what I'm going to kind of roll with this, and how this works with your link. You kind of just let it forward with the thing, and then you just kind of, have a brief moment of, oh crap, you realize you kind of got a little carried away with in the moment, and it's like, oh, that's kind of the shit that Jafar was pulling, and that's why you spent the link.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say with the Flame Serpent kind of patrolling the perimeter at the point, you have a moment of respite. What do you do?
I think I'm going to go help them.
Well, the dark side's gone.
Dark side's gone. I think we're going to basically quickly escape.
Alright, so you I'm going to say you make the leap back over to the submarine. Yeah. Just for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
So you land on it, and it's like. So what's everyone else doing when Laura leaps over after seeing her summon a giant, flaming Pac-Man serpent?
It's not Pac-Man.
It's eating up the Heartless like it is.
Okay.
Are the Heartless gone?
It's keeping them at bay for the time being. Is what I'm rolling.
Well, immediately I'm going to be like, everyone in.
Oh, by the way,
but the Heartless are still there.
Yeah, this seems to be a place where they congregate. Also,
Right.
I'm gonna can I before you go on there, I just forgot a detail I needed to bring forward. Laura and Sohoi. Now that you've kind of like the adrenaline of battle has abated, even if just for a bit, you feel that predatory feeling that you felt back in Agrabah. You feel it coming from that orb in the sky.
Oh dear.
And it's like more clear than it was before, and this feels like you guys feel like prey around this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like it's actually influenced your brain or anything, it just feels like it's predatory and it hungers for stuff like you.
Like stuff with hearts? Human stuff?
You don't know. It's not giving you a detailed thing, it just feels like you are the prey to this predator.
Okay.
You know, it's like killing intent kind of thing. Notably, neither Zeiston or Janux feel this.
Yeah.
You don't know this. I'm still going to be trying to gather everyone up for like, everyone in the sub now. Let's go.
So, what was Sohoi doing? Before I had to kind of quick state that was that feeling.
Well, I mean, Sohoi lands in the water actually because he's just got up there.
He's splooshy.
And he starts swimming towards the shore.
Okay. Okay.
You know.
Laura, you see Sohoi swimming towards the shore. What do you do?
I'm gonna go after him. Because he's going in the opposite direction.
So. Okay, I guess.
Sohoi, get back over here.
You know what I'm going to say is this happens before you decide to leap across, so you are already on the other side.
Well, start off, just because it's probably gonna make me heavier in the water. I'm gonna take off my armor.
Okay.
And I have kind of, like, just, you know, like, regular, like, almost, like, think, like, Kaylee's outfit in Quest for Camelot. Like, that's similar to what I have underneath
a plain tunic, kind of.
Plain tunic, yeah. So, I'm gonna just throw the armor at Zexton, you know, make sure he gets it back, gets it into the submarine, tell him take care of that. And then jumping in the water.
You guys are lucky Sohoi doesn't have any. You're lucky Sohoi doesn't have any movement power.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna jump in the water after Sohoi.
No, like grapple hooks or flying anything. No, he has to swim like.
Also, Sohoi's probably. You guys are probably unlucky that he has no.
I can shapeshift, so if he flies, I can turn into a bird.
Anyways, what I was saying is Sohoi also doesn't have really much metal on him either, so Zeisen isn't exactly effective.
It's true. The only thing I have that's made of metal is not made of metal because it actually is made of bone right now.
Alright, so what do you do to try to stop Sohoi?
We'll swim after him.
Alright, so you're swimming after him, so it's like... I'm going to actually call this... I think, you're trying to interfere.
Yes, I am.
Roll plus dark.
It's 0 on dark, right?
Yep.
Hold on, what's the thing for interfere?
8.
Alright, you get to choose one. They have to push through stress to do it, or they take experience if they don't.
Push through stress.
Alright, Sohoi. If you wish to continue swimming towards the shore, you will have to push this stress, or you can accept that Laura has caught you and you are being pulled back to the submarine.
I mean, Sohoi is going to continue to try and move towards those Heartless that are in need of smiting. If you're up close, you notice Sohoi's expression is not he doesn't recognize you when you grab him. He just keeps trying to move forward.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to say you are going to be rolling plus your mastery links for this.
Oh, I don't. Well, mastery links. Oh, that's different. I actually have. No, I only have one mastery links.
You have 2.
That's fine. No, I only have one because Genox's is off.
It doesn't matter if it's a locked. It's still a link you have. So even when they're spent, they count towards your roll with links.
Like why I can still spend my Archimedes, like even though I've spent it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I succeed. Sorry. My character wants to succeed at what he's attempting.
Okay.
But this is a story game. Should I make him succeed?
Both of them are equally interesting, honestly, at this point.
What, Lara and Sohai?
Right.
Or either options.
Succeeding or not succeeding.
Yeah.
Um,
because like this is actually one of the few times where it's like you could take one of the other options and say, like, maybe you don't make it, but you gain an advantageous position or something.
Right, but advantageous position on what?
Yeah.
Like, the problem is succeed at what I'm attempting is the only one that makes sense for this. Sohoi is not thinking. There is nothing about asking a question about this scene that would probably help him.
Yeah. It's your character. You get to choose.
Yeah.
Like, it could be that it knocks it may knock you out of this, and that's where you ask the question. Like, you start thinking about stuff about yourself, kind of thing.
Right.
Get hit in the head and then, like, remember something.
Yeah. I will. I guess I'll take a forward to. I don't even know what to take that forward to.
Well, it's just going to be you get +1 to your next roll. That's it.
All right. I'll take a forward, and then I'll ask a question of the scene, which is like, it would be unfair for me to be like, wait, I don't know. Basically, it would have to be something Sohoi notices when he gets back, like something he noticed, and then figures out when he's conscious.
All right. I can give you a flashback. I feel like that that feels relevant to the scene.
Okay, yeah, sure. Because we've all seen Sohoi like turn on autopilot every time a Heartless appears, and now it's things are bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of phase out to kind of. I figure Sohei loses consciousness. Laura brings her back. You guys escape because I feel like everyone else is on board for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We escape. Yeah.
You too?
She has successfully pulled me back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just making sure both Zeist
I was
and...
going to say, are the other 2 on board for escaping?
I could not understand what you were saying there, Jane.
I was saying as Laura drags Sohoi in, I'm probably closing the hatch and Dustin's driving us out of Leicester.
Alright, so this memory begins with Sohei, you are standing on what looks like a you've seen this place before. It's someplace in the Primal Wilds. There's
okay.
You see a figure before you. He is wearing one of the black cloaks, but his hood is actually down. You see this man. He has. Okay, best way to describe what my brain is picturing. Who here has played X and Y? Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The head of the team in that game. It's kind of like he has that style of hair that looks almost like more like a mane. Because he has the full beard, just big bushy hair kind of thing, and it is
leader, team player.
Yeah, Lysandra. Yeah, the guy with the big the huge flame hair.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's the kind of hair this guy's got going for him, and
Sweet.
he's holding a keyblade towards you, and you have your hand on it, and you hear him say, let me pull up the words here because I'm going to do this right.
We're having an anime style cutscene.
Well, this is a flashback for
Still a cutscene.
he says
You gotta
he says to you in a deep, kind of booming, kind of like a very deep voice. He says, "In your hand, take this key. As long as you have the makings, then through the simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be. And you will find me, friend. No ocean will contain you then. No borders around or below, or above, so long as you champion the ones you love."
He's speaking in rhyme?
It's the bequeathing.
It's the bequeathing.
And you just suddenly, you basically hold out your hand, and your keyblade first appears in your hand, and then you wake up in the submarine.
Right. Okay. That's pretty decent. Yeah.
You suddenly kind of you wake up just as it pulls out the serve. Actually, no, it's gonna happen a little later, because I imagine what Zeiston does is he ends up down one of the canals because he's like, I'm not going back where the guy is looking for the sub. You crazy?
Yeah.
So you're kind of just sailing through one of the canals in a submarine because
I'll stay. I took a little more, so I said a little what's it called? A little just give me a minute, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still unconscious for a little while.
All right. So all right. So you want us? So what are you guys doing as you're kind of traveling to town? Are you trying to find that one tower again? What are you trying to do?
Well, I think we need to have some conversation first of all.
Yeah, that is very. What the hell's going on?
Mm-hmm. So.
All right. So you also kind of could tell that that first dark side that showed up wasn't necessarily real, right, Sliceman? I'm not sure you might
be the case, or we would have, or we just kind of like an astral projection type of thing. Actually, I don't know. That dark side wasn't there when I first got there.
Yeah, another thing you did notice is there was no cord running up to the ball.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
What was that
before
for?
there was this big watery cord that went up to that ball in the sky. You think that has something to do with that watery heartless?
It's plausible. I mean, the fact that thing wasn't even real in the first place.
I mean, you fought it. Did it feel real?
Hey, I cut through it like butter. Yeah. I didn't think whatever the one on this side of the world was, that wasn't real. That's why I didn't even bother wasting my effort. Although, good on Sohoy for trying to take it on this side. But stupid on you, boy, to go after it on the other side.
Do you have anything to add to the conversation here?
Not yet.
Okay.
So, did you find out anything about where we can get our navigation gummy, Tyson?
Oh yeah. Did I find out anything more?
Well, you were about to head over to that tower to get Jack's compass back in exchange for information about where to find the gummy. That was the last.
We kind of retconned, just so you're aware, we kind of retconned like everything that happened last session, and thus the thing you missed most of because you were in the shop. We were not with you when you went in Jack's shop. We were kind of outside, and that's where we had our incident.
Okay, yeah. So I will point to the tower and say, Well, we have a bit of a heist to commit, but I have information on where we could get, or once we get a certain compass.
A compass?
Yeah.
You think we could use this compass for navigation?
No, but
You know, that's not actually the reason why they're getting it even a little bit. Even though that would probably be sensible.
You never know.
As soon as I find out what that compass does, then we could use that to find our gummy ship part.
We don't know that yet, Adam.
Yeah, not yet. No, we need to grab this compass to trade for information about where we can get this part.
Why can't we just, go to a different shop? I mean, I don't see why we should be helping this individual, or we can just go someplace else.
Well, partly because I'm curious about this compass.
I got ya. Just, sorry, I'm a little. I definitely look a little proud of it. I have no idea what was up with that other place. It kind of threw me off a little.
I completely understand. Felt like Davy Jones's locker.
You're not wrong about that place being a little off-putting.
I'm gonna head to this tower. You're free to follow along if you want.
I'm in for it, buddy. Whatever situation we're going in, I'm at your back.
So okay, so it sounds like you guys you're gonna. Sohoy, are you gonna wake up yet?
Yeah, I'll wake up then. I wake up.
Also, unless we plan to go back down to that little place, we should probably let the ship here return to its owner.
What was that?
We can probably let the sub here go back to its owner.
I could, but
What?
I'm gonna be giving you the squinty eyeball.
I think you closed when you drag the circle down, you closed the voice chat.
No, I didn't, because even before I dragged the circle down, yeah, I don't think I actually did, but
Are you not hearing anything then?
I'm not. But that only started like 2 seconds ago.
Okay. So.
technical difficulty.
I just heard something.
Okay, that was ice.
Hello.
I'm hearing it now.
Hey.
So. All right. Well, I missed some of the conversation. I knew it was some stuff about Genox trying to tell Zyson to return the sub if we're not playing and going back to the dark side of the town.
Yeah, but this could be really useful for back and forth travel.
Want to go back to that place?
I mean,
No.
it's mysterious. You just want to leave it there? Like,
I don't know what it is about that place, but I can look over it, see to somebody, quote unquote. I could I kind of tell what their emotion about that place was, because they looked kind of off. And I'm curious,
I don't know. Do both? It depends on if they decide that they're kind of hiding it. I'll say no, because weirdly enough, there is no sort of empathy move in this game.
Right. Well, it'd be a deep dive, basically.
Yeah, but I don't know if their deep dives questions really aren't geared towards that. It's more about the situation and less about people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been super analytical on moves as of lately, so I've noticed it in its absence.
Mm-hmm.
All good, all good.
Are you hiding how you felt in that world? With being basically...
Asking at a meta level.
I don't think I am this time.
Okay, so...
Like, I'm like, visibly kind of wigged.
If nobody says anything to Sohoi might not think much of it.
Like, I'm not saying anything, but I am definite, like, I'm definitely freaked out. I'm a little wigged out.
Okay, so Sohoi doesn't know enough to be scared necessarily, but Laura feels like what happened.
There might be sort of a strange unease to him, but like he doesn't really know how he feels or what's going on.
I'm
like
taking
he woke up and nobody said anything to him, so he's just like, okay.
Maybe it's because I don't like that place myself. I'm going to be using this. So like, if this is technically a lie, you will be immediately able to tell. But I will immediately be because of your one move. But I'm like nice and like, look, you really want to go back there? I don't know about you, but I don't think the rest of our crew here is so coy to go back there anytime quick.
So, is he lying? Well, or I guess you would know, because
I would not know, but okay.
Well, you'd know because
like my lie move doesn't work on things when people say when they don't know what they say.
Well, I was saying more because you would know because it's something about you. It's like, do you feel like you don't want to go back down there, or does a part of you want to go back down there?
There are heartless. That's like about the intelligence of his.
Well, there's heartless. I don't know if that's good or bad, but there's heartless. Is that about accurate?
Right, yeah. Well, the problem is that you're asking him to think about something that's just an instinct of him, and he hasn't really thought about that kind of stuff.
Not completely sure at the moment, so you don't know.
Yes.
I am making an assumption at this point.
Yeah, that's fine.
Plus, we don't need any more trouble by having somebody look for their stolen gem.
Oh, but think about all the treasure chests we're missing out.
You want to go into the deep to search for those types of monsters. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but...
Sorry, you just keep rolling.
Well, yeah, because
it's far more likely
I have to stick
we'd
them
be
together
getting
with the way you want me to say.
over our head. Fighting off against those monsters, those heartless, than any sort of treasure we find. Because
that treasure comment was out of character. There could be puppies in those chests.
Puppies!
Well, obviously now it's go back into the void.
Yeah, it's just the last stinking Dalmatian in that chest in that dark world there. Clearly.
Oh,
The Dalmatians.
Never.
No, I think they were left in the bundles of 3 because technically the 100th and 101st Dalmatian were their parents. So.
Yeah, there was 99 puppies.
And our problem isn't one of them.
Anyway.
Assuming we're going to park roughly this sub, I'm trying to convince Justin.
You find a convenient inlet that is the exact shape of the sub that allows you to park in it.
Well, to get back on land.
Yeah, I know. I was more making a Final Fantasy VII where there's exactly two places where you could park the sub.
Yeah.
Really? You can't just hop out anywhere?
Of course not.
Well, what if you want to go swim it? Like, just park yourself in the middle of the water and just swim to your destination, even if it is slower.
You don't have the chocobos for that. Anyway, so yeah, you find a place to park the sub, and if you guys want to, you can kind of roll out onto the street, and you're somewhat near to the tower that's being on construction, if you so desire.
Good idea. What's this tower made out of, by the way?
It looks like the same material that most of the town is, because it just seems to be what's there is just kind of this plaster limestone kind of looking thing.
Okay, probably no magnetic stuff.
Nope, at least not on the ground level.
Well, looks like I'm going to have to use the door.
So who is following Zeistund into this tower?
I think I am.
Yeah. I'm planning to.
Is Sohoy following along as well?
Yes, Sohoy is coming.
Okay. The door, you kind of open there's a pair of double glass doors that kind of open, and you kind of find yourself in what we would recognize as kind of a modern lobby with like a secretary desk. The problem is there is a bunch of robots around, most of which who are cut in half. Looking at the robots, some seem to be like the cuts seem to be almost like they were done with something that melted them a bit, and the other ones just seem to be cut with something extremely sharp. But they all seem to be like sliced and diced, like two things with blades came through.
Now this is interesting.
Let's put it this way: if there weren't robots, this would be a very grisly scene.
Thank goodness we can keep our rated PG rating.
No, we can't. This is definitely it. This is if for language alone, we are PG-13. Yeah, so
I see their characters. They're fine.
But yeah, so you see a bunch of sliced and diced robots. What do you do?
I'm going to move past them and head towards the door.
Yep. You see what looks like to be an elevator.
Alright. Well, judging by how these people operate, I'm guessing it's on the top floor.
Yes, the elevator... Well, you press the button to open the elevator, and it opens, and there's a long elevator shaft. And you kind of look down, and there is a crashed elevator on the bottom.
Alright. Well then, I'm going to use my chain to grappling hook my way up.
And what are you gonna? What's the rest of the group going to be doing in the meantime?
Oh, I'll also be... I'm like kind of looking at the robots, but I'm definitely sticking with the team for the most part.
Well, yeah, the thing is, he's using his chains to grappling hook, and that's kind of a solo gig.
It's just grappling, hooking him way up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of using like some sort of... Actually, I have that transformation thing, right? Animal transformation.
You can cast a spell to do it, I would say.
I can. I'm gonna turn into a bird.
All right. Roll plus mastery on this one. Actually, I'm gonna make a suggestion for you. Are you gonna just turn the rest of your group into birds temporarily?
Right, that would be a good idea. Yeah.
All verbs. We are the all verb team.
So go ahead and roll.
Except for Janox because he's already in the air.
Zeiston.
Zeiston, I mean.
Zeiston.
That one episode of Tangled.
10.
All right, you get to pick 3. So it's
10 plus my mastery, which is...
Oh, that was 10 before. Yeah, you're fine. You get to pick 3.
Okay.
So for what you intend, I would say more than one entity and inflict semi-permanent condition.
Yeah.
And you get to pick one more.
I don't know.
Well, look at the list.
None of these. Does it create an illusion? No.
You get so far. You've chosen more than one entity and semi-permanent condition.
It heals 1 harm.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little fair in there. It's like may want to pick no unintended consequences.
Oh, I missed that one. Sorry. Yeah, no unintended consequences.
So, I know as much as part of me wants you to not take that because it's always fun.
To have us get stuck as a bird.
Yeah.
You know that I'd get pissed at you and that you'd be in trouble and stuck on the couch for the rest of your life.
What? I would be what for the rest of my life?
Stuck on the couch for the rest of your life.
I would last longer than you would. You wouldn't last.
Neither would you.
I could last longer than you. Anyways, you guys all get up to the top, no problem. And it's Zeiston, since you get up there first, you just kind of magnetize and open the door up there, and you witness several things in this large open space. First off, you spy 2 figures sitting, kind of reclining at the bar, kind of watching something going on. One of them is dressed in green, and the other one has a glowing thing on the front of his shirt, and like a sharply cut beard and everything. And
Like
the other thing you know... What?
I feel like I'm interrupting something.
Yeah, well, the other thing you notice is that apparently it looks like some sort of man with red and black skin and horns holding a double-ended beam weapon fighting a giant cat man with a scythe. And I think
don't know
that's
what's going on here anymore.
And that's what I'm gonna wrap for tonight.
Yeah, I am very confused.
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
Excellent.
Well, I'll explain a little bit more off the air.
You have me up till the Catman with the scythe. I'm like, I don't know this character.
I don't scare her either.
Chrono Cross, actually.
Chrono Cross.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
my Square-enix?
Oh, it's Lynx. Okay,
Oh, okay.
sure.
Yeah. So, I'm actually like I am 100% props to you, Rad, for recognizing the character.
I mean, if you said you said Chrono Cross, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I know who it is if I know the game. Sure.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, not a lot of people have played Chrono Cross.
We were initially hunting Loki, made me think, are these supposed to be Marvel kids? Like, no, I'm very confused.
Mm.
All right. Well,
I'm the most
all right.
puzzled.
Yeah, so outro stuff's coming now. Nope, don't lock on my phone. Alright, okay, there we go. As always, you can join us on our Discord with the link below down in the description to chat with us and discuss the channel or discuss channel adjacent topics or what else you want to. Like, what's the most obscure characters you can throw into a Kingdom Hearts game that are still technically in the qualifications? You can also follow us on Twitter at Tales Across to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Character art is done by a friend of the show, Carl. Links below to their DeviantArt and Ko-fi account. Finally, like and subscribe to get both future content and help us reach a wider audience. To those watching us in the past, present, and future, don't look beneath the waters. And good night.
Good night. I'm hungry.